Lubamak, my friend, the last thing you can recall is falling in battle while telling your fellow party to get out. You are a protector, and you protected, as far as you could tell, to your last breath. You did not die on the battlefield during that fight. You awake unknown hours later, for you have no sense of tracking time. And as you do, you find yourself sitting against a cold wall with the sound of goats bleeding next to you. Your arms are lifted up over your head as you are shackled to a wall that the cage connects to. The cage
I'm
door.
at 1 HP.
You have 1 HP, yeah.
Okay, make that change. Okay.
The cage door is open. You recognize in the crowd of 6 Dwerger watching you as the only one that you weren't able to beat in battle. In front of the 6 of the Dwerger, sitting in a chair, looking at you, is a foreboding and intimidating Dwerger figure. He has dark gray skin and eyes that look like they are cataracted over, but they stare at you right into your very essence. So his eyes may look old, but he still seems very young. His large white beard hangs over his jet black armor that is fused together at points at the shoulders and the gauntlets. And he holds, he kind of leans against his weapon, which is a large war axe, as he's staring you down. On his crown is, on his head is a black crown that has 9 spires coming out of it. But it looks like only 2 of the spires are left standing, and the rest look like they have been broken away. He stares at you, and before he has the chance to speak, he motions towards the dead body of the one Dwerger that Joanna was fighting, the captain of the fortress. And the Dwerger who's sitting across from you says, "He died as frenzied as he always was, laid to rest beneath the stone of the mountain. You'd expect me to believe it to be a fitting end. A warlord's son dies in the fury of battle, his fortress raided, his life given to defend from his attackers. But no, I find no joy here, only a miserable death for my boy. I ache from my very heart, and I hope to bring the same to you." And he just kind of nods up and down, looking at you, not blinking. "What were you doing in me fortress? What were you trying to find? Who brought you here? Who sent you?"
We've followed tracks from the town.
"Which town?"
I know which town. The map's not loading. The town next door.
Oh, here, I can go to the map for you.
Care, whatever.
Care Koenig.
Care
Here, let me
Koenig.
put you back there. Ah. Did you come on your own accord? Or did someone send you?
No one specifically. We were just trying to find out what happened to some missing lanterns and a goat. Or
These
2.
goats, and he motions towards the 2 goats in the cage next to you.
Potentially, there's no saying that those are the goats we were looking for. Especially me. It's guilty till innocent till proven guilty.
Interesting, if I must say, how you react this way. I see that you are a being, a machine. What makes you run? What makes you tick? I've not seen your kind before.
I would look down at my chest and be like, I was created by a, a church to protect it.
And yet you invade my son's fortress.
No invasion. We were just coming to ask some questions about the missing stuff. We didn't even. I mean, from at least for me, this is again innocent till proven guilty. We thought there was just somebody leaving out here, and we were trying to find out why.
I was told they fired on you, and you didn't run. Instead, you came inside. You were that determined to see if we were guilty. Were you?
We put we shouted in all languages we know to get a response, and there was no response.
Oh, there was a response. A very big sign saying, "Do not enter," in the form of the bows and arrows we were firing at you. And yet you pushed inside. Mighty determined. How many of there were you?
There was only 6 of us.
And they fled
And
when you fell.
I do not know. I was not around when we first got, or when they first entered.
Aye.
I do not know how or why they got in. But when I got there, they were under attack. So my instinct was to save the people I know.
Very noble. Foolish. But I must say, I have some great respect for how you're so reasonable. I was expecting a fight. A diplomatic battle, if you will. Most wouldn't expect our kind to be able to battle with our wits, but I am not who I am for no reason. It makes me feel a little bit bad about what I'm going to do to you next.
If you had decided that I was gonna die anyway, I do not know why you didn't just let me die.
I'm not gonna kill you. A piece of metal like yourself. I can do wondrous things with you.
As far as I know, there is no other way to change who I am.
I'm not gonna change who you are. You're much too soft for that. Your spirit and your resolve, it's anything but your exterior shows. My son died because of you and your friends. He reaches up to the top of his crown to one of the long-standing spires, of which there are only 2 left, and snaps it off. So now only 1 point stands high. And he just kind of like throws it. He kind of just holds it in his hand and kind of just tosses it up and down. Tell me, friend, have you heard of Shardalin?
I have not. I don't come from around here.
Ah, an
Originally.
outsider. Came right into the beautiful Rime, have ya?
I met some people that seemed nice enough to continue following, as I found many that are not on my journeys.
That's how it unfortunately works son, that sometimes those who you think are right end up leading you down the wrong path. They left you here and now you're mine. But your purpose will find its way eventually. But right now, I'm giving you a few minutes of solace before the pain. Is there anything you want to ask me? Anything you want to know? It's not like you'll remember this exchange anyway.
I have a fairly good memory.
I'm sure you do. I'm excited to get in that head of yours and see what makes you tick.
I'm unsure what is happening.
I appreciate everything you tell me. When I burn Icewind Dale, I'll be sure that I burn Caer Konig first for what they did to me son.
Then you will pay, because that is not right. Stealing, killing for your own gain.
My friend, when you rule an entire continent, which I assure ye I will make the rules of what is right and what is wrong. And there will come a time when you will help me. He stands and holds the piece of dark metal, and he begins to close in towards you.
Could I try to?
Yeah, you could try
Hold
to
my arm
break out.
down?
Yeah, give me a strength check. Strength save. No, strength check.
Strength check. Sure, I could do a save. Sure.
Yeah, you do save. Yeah, because you're probably proficient in it, right?
I am.
Give me that save. My
There,
camera will
did
be
it get
covering
work?
the roll. Oh, he rolled.
Oh!
The first one was a 7. We'll say that these were multiple attempts. The
Sure.
23 and the 21, you do start like pulling free, and the Dweger mutters in Dwarven, restrain him, which you do know because he's speaking Dwarven, and then a bunch of the other Dweger come in and push your arms against the wall. So not only were you restrained, but now you're also being forced against the wall, so you are unable to break further. He approaches in, places the shard right at the side of your head, and pushes in. You take 1 hit point of damage and become unconscious again. And you won't remember the details of the exchange with him. You'll remember that you talked.
I wrote down one note, and then I was like, no, I shouldn't write down notes because we talked about this.
You do remember that there is a Dwerger warlord, and that he is gonna, to quote him, he's gonna bring fire to Caer Konig. That is all you remember. You don't remember anything else.
Okay.
I am going to pause this video, and I'm going to bring the others in because I'm done. I don't know. Here, I'm actually just going to pause this. Bye, YouTube.
Just in time.
Blaire and Ennui, you guys step into the hook, line, and sinker, and Glenn is where he always is, standing at the door, putting a pitcher in your hand right as you step in. He pats you on the shoulder and says, "Welcome back, outsider. I will be sure that as soon as you're done this one, I'll have another one in your hand."
Justin, I still have it quiet.
Stop, what?
I have his volume all the way turned
Oh,
down.
I did the same thing.
I'm like, why is he so quiet?
It's funny. The hook, line, and sinker is actually pretty full right now. There are a lot of people with their hoods down. just enjoying the drinks that come at the hook, line, and sinker. A small table of some adventurers, for you can tell by the way that they are just filled with so much enthusiasm, are finishing their small pints that Glenn gave them when they stepped in, and Glenn just dives in, dropping 3 more pints at their table. There is an open spot that you guys can sit. If you came alone, like if Blaire's following like far behind, Ennui, you can come in by yourself.
Yeah, kind of. I wasn't waiting for anyone. I was just going. So yeah. Just gonna sit down with my pint and brood isn't the right word for Ennui. Contemplate.
Blaire, were you close behind Ennui?
Yeah, I was like a minute or 2 behind him, and I imagine that like I'm not trying to like evade detection when I come into the bar, but I'm doing it like stealthy-ish.
It's
Like, I don't-
impossible to avoid Glenn's gaze when you step in, and he puts a pint in your hand as soon as you step inside.
Excellent,
He
great.
taps you. He just kind of puts a hand on his shoulder and says, "Don't worry, there is plenty more drink when you're done this one. I'll be right at your table right away to top you up when you're done."
I
Ennui, you
appreciate
see
this.
Blaire at the front entrance because Glenn zooms across the tavern to put a pint in her hand as soon as she steps inside.
Does this guy just have like red running shoes?
He turns around as Blaire steps in and says, "Don't forget the last drink of the night, the greatest concoction known to Icewind Dale. Will the outsiders beat the locals in the drinking contest? I have 50 gold for whoever will drink the most."
I'm gonna go up to Ennui. Are you at a table or are you at the bar?
I'm at a table. An
Gonna-
empty spot. Whatever it was Justin said.
Yeah, table.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand beside you first and be like, "You need to be sleeping."
Yes. Well, I didn't realize you were both my lecturer and my mother this evening.
You're almost dead. You need to be sleeping.
You don't know that.
Look at you.
I've weathered worse.
Barely.
Look at me. I've weathered worse.
So you won't come out of this one mortally wounded and scarred for the rest of your life. I'd like you to not die, please. And the amount of alcohol that Glenn would like to put you under might kill you.
I don't intend to die in Icewind Dale. And certainly not at the hands of Glenn. Yeah. I just...
Glenn steps in and says, "You motioned to me. Do you need another drink?"
What do you have that's harder?
Harder than this.
Christ.
I think we have a contender for the last drink of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God.
If you die,
What am
I'm
I
leaving you
doing?
here.
With 2 HP.
Oh, man.
I'm just gonna like step in the way and be like, "No. He's not allowed, but I will do it."
Ooh, very interesting. Are you going to let her just usurp your chance for the crown, my friend?
I welcome healthy competition.
Ah, yes, yes. This is what the hook, line, and sinker is all about. Now, how many pints should I get you to get you warmed up for the last drink? We're about 2 hours away. Trust me, and every local here would agree. You need a little bit of oil before you get ready for the final challenge.
Out of game, what the fuck is this drink?
You have to wait an hour to
Christ.
find out.
Yeah. Yeah, I
My constitution's +1.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Does this count as a short rest? Can I use a hit die?
I don't think their HP will matter. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here to not to drink my sorrows away, but you know my backstory. I've had a lot of stress, and he's just taking the edge off for tonight. It was a rough night.
All right. So, what's your guys' money situation like?
I have 24 gold and 5 silver.
I don't know what I started with. I meant to ask you about that earlier, Justin. I have no idea.
It's okay. I've got Blaire's.
Yeah, we'll figure yours out.
That depends on if we lose Lumamech or not.
Yeah. So he is going to. By the time the last call comes around, he keeps bringing you guys more drinks, to the point where you're gonna drink. What's your guys' Constitution saves each? Just your Constitution bonus, please.
2.
Oh, it's +1.
+1. Between the two of you, you guys each have. You each have 4 mugs of ale, not including the starting one.
Rough.
So that's
a little more than I intended, but
yeah, it's like bottomless drinks. It just keeps coming, and he drops some dried nuts on the table as well for you to also snack on. He pats you on the back and says to keep you full for the last drink. He also says, would you like any food? He has bread, cheese, meat.
Oh yeah, get me a plate of like cheese and cured meats. I would love that.
All right. So then, going into the final drink.
Yeah.
Ennui, you will have to give me. $13 silver pieces.
Oh god, how does that break down from a gold?
1.3 gold.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so 13 silver pieces. So I need to. Okay, so I'll have 22 gold, and I owe you 13 out of 20. So what's 5 plus 7? Is I can do math. That's 12. I have 12 silver. There we go.
He did it. He did it.
Just took him becoming a noble to learn how to count money.
Yeah.
When the time comes around for the final drink, Glenn stands on a chair and shouts, "All locals who would like to partake in the challenge, to this side of the bar. All visitors, adventurers, brave souls with power in their hearts, to this side of the bar, please."
Yeah, I'll go to that side of the bar.
On your side of the bar, you're joined by three of the adventurers, one of who is a hardy dwarf who is clamoring for more ale. He's ready. He's ready. Glenn comes over to the side of the bar, smacks a keg, and says, "This is our drink of the night. How it will work is simple. This is an endless drinking contest. The last person standing will earn 50 gold pieces. When your mug is empty, I will bring you another one. Good luck." A barmaid puts some glasses out in front of everyone and says, 3, 2, 1, begin.
God damn.
Everyone just starts drinking. I assume you guys are going to join, already a little bit tipsy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, you guys are probably like fucking
Yeah.
close to fuck.
I'm drunk to the point now where I'm like schmoozing her.
Why don't you guys give me Constitution saves, please?
Oh man, no bueno.
Oh.
It's
above 10.
Hey.
Oh, that's a charisma save.
She's a local.
Charisma. That's a 5.
No.
You look good while drinking.
Oh.
Blaire passes out after the first drink. She downs
Fudge.
it, and it just knocks her out. Another elf from the adventuring party is also gone when that happens. Blaire, Ennui, it's refilled, and he wants you to keep drinking. 50 gold, friend, 50 gold, and he pushes the drink into your hand.
I'm just gonna. I'll hand it to the dwarf, and say, "I know when my goose is cooked." And
The
I'll
dwarf
just pick up
slaps
Blaire.
you on the back and says, "Don't be a fucking quitter, boy. Drink your ale. Drink your ale."
I'm not gonna fall for it. I'll just pick up Blaire and go back to the inn for the night.
The locals crowd around you, push you back into the bar, and say, "You're
Whoa!
quitting. You're a coward. You're a fucking coward, aren't you?"
One of us. One of us.
Ooh, hey, you know what? We'll do that. My voice will boom. And I'll, in an attempt to scare my way out of them, I'm just going to be like, "A coward couldn't walk through you,
Sure, you can
fickle
make an intimidation check.
men."
It's Dream. It's James's dream.
Do it.
If this works, I can stop D&D.
The dream is happening.
One of
Oh.
the patrons punches you across the face.
Ooh, how much
How
damage
many
does it do,
HP?
Justin?
You take 4 points of damage as you collapse and hit your head against the bar.
Wow. Rough.
As you fade to black, the last thing
Yeah.
you hear is Glenn shout, "Guess he's out of the competition. Let's keep drinking, boys."
Rough. All right.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Guess I'm sleeping here.